everyone, it's Adele Tim, one of the Norwex consultants in tonight's party. I would like to show you a couple of products that we didn't talk about last night. So the first one is our Biozyme. It's one of our new concentrated dishwashing products. This is a 6-ounce bottle. It will make 36 ounces of cleaning product. This is good for stuck-on grease, baked-on grease. It just gives you that little extra scrubbing power when you're doing the dishes. So you can either purchase the foaming hand pump to put that in, which is going to give you a nice squirt of foam, or we have the spray bottle over here, which is what I use for this product in my house. So your forever bottles, that Biozyme in the 6-ounce container is going to make 3 of these forever bottles. I did save a few dishes here that have been sitting for a day, just to give you an example of the stuck-on foods and how it can help. So this is an orange juice glass with pulp. I have a plate that was used to bring hamburgers in off the grill. And I also have a bowl that was used with pesto, so it's got some nice sticky cheese and greens in there. And we'll see how this product works in just a short time. It helps to get the dish wet, so I'm just going to rinse all of these dishes with a little bit of water. And as you can see, the water is not actually taking the stuck-on food off. Then I'm going to take my spray bottle. I'm going to go ahead and spray just to coat everything in there. I'll do the same thing with that meat plate. And all we're going to do is just wait a few minutes to let this do its job. Normally I wouldn't put this much on, but I'm going to just try to speed up the process a little bit for us as far as the wait time. So just a couple of squirts does the job. While that rests, I've got to show you a couple of other things that I love with our kitchen products here. So the netted dishcloth. I thought I would hate this when it first arrived, but I do love it. And one of the things I like doing with it is just putting a little bit of dish soap right on the cloth. I used this with some breakfast dishes this morning, so all I did was get it wet again, and you can see that this still has soap in it. I'm trying to get the angle. You can see those little shimmery bubbles in the netting. So you use far less soap. So to do just a quick load of dishes this morning, I used about that much water in the bottom of my sink, and that was mostly from rinsing the dishes, and I had the soap right in my netted dishcloth. I do want to give you a tip on this netted dishcloth, because it can be a love-hate relationship. If you have used your netted dishcloth to clean up ooey gooey sticky cheese, you feel like you're never going to get that out of the cloth again. So here's your trick. You're going to turn on your cold water, not hot, cold. Get it nice and cold. You're going to rub that cloth on itself after we get the cold water on. And that cheese is going to go ahead and ball up where you can get it right out of the cloth. You can see, you see a little bubbles here from the soap, but that cheese is all gone after just a couple of little rolling it together against itself. So there's your tip. Ice water, rub it against itself to get ooey gooey sticky things out of your netted dishcloth. Just going to give this just a little bit longer to set. I could probably go ahead and scrub that already, but I wanted to show you another newer product that we've had. It's the all-purpose cream cleaner. It's sort of like your marble paste, the cleaning paste, except for it's creamy. You can get a utility brush with it. This has got a silicone tip, and it just helps to get those jobs like where you've left the dish soap And you've got that ring on the counter. I'm going to see if I can get you guys a little bit closer so you can see that ring. So we've got that ring on the counter. I'm just going to take a little tiny squirt of this. I'm going to dampen my bristles. Just a teeny squirt will go a long way. Oop, this one's a brand new one. Just a moment. So when they come in, they will be sealed. Go ahead and take off that foil seal. And we'll be able to just squeeze a little tiny bit of that paste on the bristles. Teeny tiny amount. You can see compared to my finger, that is just a little bit of the paste. I'm going to go ahead and clean that area. What I love about this brush though is the tip. So if you have any grooves and crevices, you can get right into the crevices. Should anyone ever talk you into buying a pretty sink with grooves and crevices, run. This sink came with the house, but there's nothing wrong with it, so I'm living with it, and I end up having to scrub this little crevice every time I use the sink. So I'm just using the bristle side, and then I'm going to go back with my knife side tip, just to really get in that groove where I can't reach well. Normally I would grab an Enviro. I've got another, this one's cloth that Norwex doesn't make anymore, but I'll just use it to clean up the paste here. I don't want to leave that paste residue on the sink. Get you nice and close so you can see that it polished that to a really nice shine. Alright, let's get back to the Biozyme. So we've let everything sit for just a little bit. I'm going to take my netted dishcloth, and it is damp with water. I'm going to go ahead and wipe out that cleaner. So this is our orange juice glass. Got all the pulp in it. And we can see that took all that pulp off here. Wipe this dry so you can see it a little better. No pulp left behind after we use that Biozyme. Let's go ahead and try our ooey gooey cheese dish. So we've got that there. Damp netted dishcloth. I'm not having to scrub this at all. And this sat for more than 24 hours. Another dish, completely clean. Now for the meat plate. Taking that same damp cloth. And you can see I am not scrubbing at all. Again, this was sitting for more than 24 hours. Hardly putting any pressure on it. Gonna rinse it clean here. And there you have our Biozyme. It's a great product.